Have you guys heard of the story of the Kenyan girl who dated her childhood best friend who was accused of killing his older brother and his older brother's wife and their child? But she didn't leave him. She continued seeing him because apparently his penis was so good that she just could not have enough. And eventually, by the end of it all, he ended up killing her in a hotel room in one of the most manipulative ways you could ever imagine. It's stories like this that make me wonder, why do some women like danger? Why do some women like the thrill of dating somebody dangerous? Why do some women like red flags? Because she had so many signs, but she kept on going back to the devil. And what do you think would happen if you keep playing with fire? One day it's gonna burn you. So, 23-year-old Christine Ambani was a third-year student of Kiriri University in Kenya. In 2019, she officially began dating her childhood best friend, or her childhood friend, by the name of Innocent Kalio Mukoka. They had known each other since they were little kids, since they were babies. And even at some point, Christine's mother, who was a teacher, taught both of them in school, in primary school. So these are childhood besties or childhood friends, to say the least. Eventually, in 2019, when they were a lot older, they started dating. Now, while they were dating, Innocent had a case. It turned out that his brother and his brother's wife and their child died in a mysterious fire accident. And when that case was being investigated, all fingers pointed to Innocent Kalio. They all blamed him for it. Apparently, he was even arrested as a major suspect in the death of his brother, his brother's wife, and their child. And it's unclear whatever happened to that case. Somewhere along the line, Innocent was able to get out of it. The charges weren't dropped. He wasn't found not guilty. There was something about the case that did not just flow where, almost as though the authorities forgot about it, and Innocent was released from prison. And although in this moment, the rumors were already out, because even in the burial of his brother's family, he created a scene, he destroyed things, he caused a whole fight. And I think that was where he was even picked up from again. But somewhere along the line, everybody had already known that he was a major suspect, that he was the one behind it. Some people believe wholeheartedly that he did it. And given to how everything ended with this story, it's not far from him to have done such a thing to his brother and the wife and their kids. So the danger surrounding this young man was glaring, to the point that Christine's family were like, baby girl, you gotta leave that boy. You gotta go now. Like, no, break up with him. Just be done with him, because you cannot be dating a guy who killed his brother and the wife and the kids. Like, no, end it right now. Her parents were whispering to her. Her friends were telling her the same thing. Like, end it, put an end to it, cut it out. Her mother, her sister, people were whispering to her to end the relationship. At the time, when the young man was in prison for, killing the brother or being accused of killing the brother, she was going there to be a supportive girlfriend. She was going there to be an understanding wife or wife-to-be. And the pressure just continued on her to actually break up with this young man, because, of course, why would you be dating a young man who killed his own brother and the brother's wife? And so in early 2021, Christine gathered up the balls and broke up with Innocent Kalio, and she was fine. She went ahead with her life and moved on. Life was good. She now had time to look forward to her studies. She had time to probably find love again and move on to date somebody else. Until one day in July of 2021, that same year, she got a phone call from Innocent Kalio. That was on the 12th of July 2021, which was interesting because that day, according to how the story goes, she had an exam and she also had somewhere to be with her friend named Sylvia. She got a call from Innocent, who told her to come see him in an area, Gitoria, that he had something to give her. He had a gift for her. And, again, this is why I keep saying some ladies just be asking for it. And so she skipped her exam and went to see this man. Her friend had gone, the Sylvia girl had gone to make her hair. They went to the same community, the same area, the same neighborhood, the Coteria. They went to the same place. Christine was supposed to be with Sylvia as she made her hair, and from then on, they both would go and write the exams. So Sylvia went to make her hair, and by the time she was done making her hair, she couldn't reach Christine, not knowing that Christine had gone to meet her ex-boyfriend, Innocent Kalu, who had something to give to her, and she carried her 2 legs and went to see the devil. And they went to a restaurant. Obviously, for such a demon like this, you would know that they would always have sweet mouth. You know that they will always have a way they can talk you into doing. Their words are very seductive. Now, according to some sources, they went to a restaurant first, but most of the narrative was that they were supposed to meet at a restaurant. So that was the reason why she went. But when she went to meet him, he kept playing like, oh, no, right, just come. The restaurant is in this hotel. And she went to the hotel and he tells her that, oh, I already have a room, and takes her to his room, a room that he had booked prior, room 12. And that was how she followed him into his hotel room. I'm like, are you kidding me, Christine? Are you really kidding me? Are you for real right now? You followed this man to his hotel room for what? And it doesn't even end there. Like, it just keeps getting worse. You would think, okay, follow him to the hotel, hear what he has to say, let him give you what he said he wanted to give you, and then you're on your way. Because, baby girl, you got an exam to write. Oh, am I the only? Don't you have an exam? And that was where she was in this hotel room. The friend, Sylvia, don't make her hair finish, calls her and she's like, oh, I'll soon be on my way, I'm coming. She was supposed to be there at that hotel for just a few hours and be gone. Even if you guys want to have sex, how long is the sex supposed to be for? Like, how long is it supposed to last for? Nobody lasts that long. So even if you're done with it, you leave. If what he wanted to give you, if what he had for you was his private part that you could not just have enough of, you had gotten it for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, even if you want to go 300 rounds. Get it and leave. But you will not believe what this girl did next. According to the narrative, after she was in the hotel for a while, she came out to buy alcohol. Not as if it was the boy who bought the alcohol. It was Christine that came out to buy the alcohol herself and went back into the room. Her friends called her again. I'm like, sister, what's up? We have an exam. Like, oh, I'm high, I'm drunk. She starts telling the friend that she's high, she's drunk, that, maybe she will sort the course out. Maybe she will pay for them to, I don't know. Clearly that paper that day, she had no intentions of writing it, because you cannot be buying alcohol in a hotel room that you had no plans for when you have an exam. So this was a choice. This was a choice. It would have been different if it was the boy who went to buy the alcohol for her. Because after that, Innocent basically came out again to the receptionist and tells the receptionist that, okay, I know we paid for only a few hours, but can I pay for the night? And that was when Innocent upgraded their stay at the hotel from a few hours to an overnight stay. And this is when the devil began working. This is when it started. This is when the horror began. Now, remember that she had already broken up with him. At this point, Innocent is the ex, so why is she even there? And they broke up earlier in that year, 2021, and this is July. So sources believe that she had had enough time to move on, that she even was talking to him, and she was most likely in a relationship with another man. And while she was at the hotel there with this her ex-boyfriend, already planning on spending the night, already getting drunk in front of him, she got a call from her boyfriend because apparently she had an exam. And the friend Sylvia is maybe speaking to people that, what's up? This girl get exam and she's not showing up. Can you call her? And the man tries to reach out to Christine. And when the call came, Mr. Innocent Kalio sees the call and yeah, an argument ensued. Because the thing with this man is, or with Innocent is, people like this always feel like they got you, they own you. Even if they date you, you can't leave them. Not them go leave you. So whenever they want you, they want to have you and no other person. So basically, when the call came, it sparked an argument between the two of them. They started arguing. And out of nowhere, from only God knows where, this boy had a knife with him and used that knife to stab Christine multiple times. The final blow of the stabbing was to her neck, and when he was done killing her, he picked up her phone, picked up her ID card, picked up everything that they could use to identify her, opened her phone, babe, somehow he knows the password, and then went to the reception and told the receptionist that he wants to go and buy food. And that was how he ran away. That was how he left. That was how he just left the hotel, leaving the young girl bleeding to death in the room. The funny thing is, after he killed her, he left the room and locked it from the outside, because that night, as the hotel receptionist or somebody in the hotel was giving another room to another lodger, they noticed that the room 13 and room 12, the room that they lodged, was locked from the outside. So they were like, why is it locked? Somebody's supposed to be there. That was when they went to check in on it, and then they saw Christine in her pool of blood, dead. And this is one of those sky-high hotels that no CCTV camera, they don't even ask you for your identity, just pay your money and go do what you want to do. I guess it's one of those quickie hotels, so those short-time quickie hotels. And so they didn't have any information on who the person was and who even brought them there. And in the process of trying to identify Christine, they couldn't, because no name, no ID card, nothing on her could help them name her or identify her. The police came, she was deposited in a mortuary. Investigation on how to identify her began because they don't know who she was. All this while, the young man, Innocent, is with her phone, chatting, posting on her WhatsApp status, posting on her Facebook, basically being active on her social media to make people think that she is fine and she is alive. He even used his own phone to call Sylvia, the friend, and was pretending to look for her. They're like, what's up now? What's up? Where's Christine? And the Sylvia girl is like, she's with you. Is she not with you? She told me she was going to see you. But he's like, no, I've not seen her. And, he's basically trying to create a confusing state amongst people who might be looking for Christine. Now, they are looking for Christine, but they can't find her. However, she's posting on her Facebook, she's posting on her social medias, and it's very confusing. And she's not responding to their calls, she's not taking anybody's calls, she's not responding to anyone's messages, but she's actively posting as though she's somewhere having fun. So people are of the opinion that, okay, maybe she's just chilling, or maybe she doesn't want to talk to anybody, until she made a post on her WhatsApp that became a very cryptic type of post. Something that had to do with emit positivity, always be happy, tomorrow isn't promised. Christine then added a sticker that she rarely uses. So that was not the way she writes. People who knew her were like, a friend like, this is not how Christine writes. The emoji that was used is not Christine. Christine doesn't use this kind of emoji, which was funny because they only know one person who uses this emoji a lot in his post, and that was Innocent Kali. The way you write, the way you type, the way you talk would eventually show. People know the words, the letters, the way you spell certain words in short form. Those things can actually expose your identity. And I think when that post was made on Christine's WhatsApp status, the friends saw it and saw through it that Christine did not write this. This is how Innocent Kalu writes. This is the emoji he uses a lot. So this person making this post is not Christine. But the suspicion that was not enough, basically. So it just kept getting worse. The young man did so much to divert attention, to make the family not worry for so long. Eventually, when he couldn't keep it up for a while, he went to the Christine's WhatsApp group, family WhatsApp group, and posted that she had been kidnapped, that they should not call the police, that they should pay the ransom, about 83,000 Kenyan shillings. He was just there creating chaos. In the whole story, she's communicating with her family like that she had been dating a rich man who opened a shop for her, who gave her money, and that she ended up cheating on the man, and now the man wants the money. That is the man who had kidnapped her to get the money back. Basically this guy was creating a narrative surrounding the disappearance or the lack of accessibility to Christine, because now they're looking for her. She's posting, but they can't speak to her, they can't get to her, they can't even see her. So he is using that advantage to create this narrative with her own phone that she was dating a rich man. The rich man had given her so much money, and now the rich man had caught her cheating, and the rich man wants the money back. He continued the narrative, asking them to pay the ransom, telling them not to involve the police because the people who kidnapped her have connections to the police. Eventually, one of Christine's sisters sent 5,000 Kenyan shillings, but said that she will send the rest if they can speak to Christine. And that was when he responded. Because when chatting on her phone now, he's chatting like a kidnapper, apparently. Yeah, I think that's how he was doing. He was using her phone and now posing as though he's a kidnapper now. So he now tells them that, you know what? When they requested to speak to Christine after they paid her 5,000 Kenyan shillings, he tells them that he does not want their money again, that they should go and pick up her body, that she has been killed, even telling them to use the rest of the money for her funeral. Eventually, the police were involved by Christine's family, and they were able to trace Christine's body to a morgue where the body was identified to be her, and they figured out, yeah, she was found in a hotel. She had come there with the man, and the man was the one who stabbed and killed her. And obviously, their first suspicion was innocent Khalil. They started trying to trace the Christine's mobile phone. They traced it to the hotel, and on that day, they were able to also trace Innocent's phone to that same hotel. And it was at this point they knew that Innocent was the man they were looking for, the killer. Somehow, some way, Innocent figured out that they found Christine's body and that the police are onto him. And so he starts to run. But while on the run, he started making posts on his own Facebook to mourn her. He'll post about her death, acting as though the death pains him, acting like, oh, this is such a painful loss. Oh, this hurts me. Whoever did this to my baby would know no peace. Don't worry. Rest well, my close person. Those people who kill you will never know peace. And people are like, boy, it's you. The fuck you posting like this? We know it's you. We're looking for you. So why are you acting like it's not you? And words were already getting around that he was the one, that they were looking for him. But he continued posting. He made a whole post talking about how he, on the day that she died, he called her. They spoke to her days before, that they had spoken on the phone, trying to make it look like he did not see her that day, trying to make it look like he was not around that period where she was found dead, claiming that she texted him and asked him for loan the night before she died. He just continued posting, telling stories online, but the police were still like, okay, fine, you have all this to say online. If you're so innocent, then come over, let's talk. Come to the police station. And he continued hiding and continued posting from his Facebook. At some point, he started posting that he has been cleared of all the accusations and all the charges, that he's no longer a suspect. I think basically he's trying to pose like he's trying to paint a different picture to his friends online. Either that or he was delusional to believe that what he's saying actually makes sense, or what he's saying is being believed by people. But the police did not stop. They continued searching for him, and eventually on the 27th of July, that same month where he killed the girl, he was called in Choka area of Kayole in Nairobi County, and he was immediately arrested. At the police station, 2 staff from the hotel where Christine's body was found were there to identify him as the one who came to lodge the hotel, who invited the young lady, and who was most likely the one who killed her. Because he continued denying. He claimed he was not the one. He just could not stop lying from his truth. And eventually he couldn't continue lying anymore. He admitted and then blamed it on the alcohol, saying that he was drunk. And they were both drunk and they fought and it happened. While this case opened on Christine's death and the investigation started, the police learned of the case that this young man had under the accusation of killing his brother, the wife, and the child. And they realized, that's when the police realized that, wait though, they did not really dig into this case. So they did not, nothing come out from this case, and they decided to reopen it. And that's what they said, that they will reopen that case and check it again. Because let's face it, if they had locked this boy up for killing his brother, the wife, and the child, he would not be out here killing Christine. I don't want to say dumb little girl, but come on now. Come on, Christine. Come on. And that's it, guys. That was how innocent Calio was caught and arrested for the murder of his ex-girlfriend, Christine. But the only problem with this story is it's been 3 years now and there is no update. The case is still in court. 3 years with all this evidence. I don't know. Let's just hope, unlike the case with his brother, this one is not swept under the rug and then they forget about it and he gets lucky again and come out and does more damage. Let's just hope eventually we will get an update on this story. Let's hope so. But you guys, I don't know. I just feel like stories like this makes me just wonder. There have been multiple stories like this where young ladies know the past of their exes, know the things that their husbands or partners or boyfriends have done, but somehow they still stay. You know, we always say if your boyfriend or partner beats you, leave. But if your boyfriend or partner beats somebody else, please leave. Especially if the person they killed is their brother and the brother's wife and children. I don't know why you're still there. I don't know why you're still going back. What does he want to give you? Why did she even go back to that hotel? Why did she stay? Why did she buy alcohol? What was she doing there? Oh my God, there were so many bad choices made on Christine's part. Unfortunately, I had to say this. Rest in peace, young lady, but you made numerous wrong choices. It was just unfortunate. I don't know. I understand that there is that connection of being a childhood love or childhood friend, but if your childhood lover kills his brother and his brother's wife and their children, that love's supposed to end in that moment. The love and the friendship should have ended. Rather, she was the one who ended. It was her life that ended. The young man is still alive though in prison, enjoying Christmas every now and then. But you see, it's unfortunate. You guys let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on notification button so whenever there is a new video, you'll be the first to get notified.